And we are going to start with we're going to start with Darrell Bourque. He is a professor emeritus in English and interdisciplinary humanities at ULL. His books include Plain Songs, The Doors Between Us, Burnt Water Sweet, The Blue Boat, and Call and Response, Conversations in Verse, which he wrote with Jack B. Bedell. In 2009, he directed the Imagining Lincoln, Louisiana Poetry Project as part of Louisiana and the nation's observance of the Abraham Lincoln Bicentennial. His new book two of his very recent books are In Ordinary Light, New and Selected Poems, and a special edition chapbook, Holding the Notes. Somewhere along the line, he has become one of the definitive voices of Acadiana literature and really helped to shape the way this area has seen its art, its poetry, and itself. So, ladies and gentlemen, the Poet Laureate of Louisiana from May 2009 to May 2011, Darrell Bourque.
I'd like to read two poems from a new manuscript. These poems are in a sonnet sequence that will form the second half of a book that I'm working on called Megan's Guitar and Other Poems. In talking about change and talking about the kinds of things that we should have on our minds tonight and every day that we're alive, I think one of the most, the thing that's uppermost in my mind are notions of nationhood, notions of citizenship, effects of deportation. And I write these poems as being ancestor to a deported people. How we became New World people. Before the world we'd always known became a place we hardly knew at all, we lived at ease with whatever came our way. What had been ours then was ours no more, and ships carried us away into a world so new we could not have dreamed it. This land the Micmac called Cadiz, the bowers rich and green belonging to no one particular, especially to no one claiming it was theirs. Cadiz was plenty, and there was plenty of everything for everyone. Home was here now, and unattached to anything but here. Authority aiming at compliance got bent and twisted here, and what had to be done could be done in unaltered time. Whatever might fall apart just fell apart, and what needed framing could be framed in natural time. Learning another tongue, falling in love, the sun going down, coming up. So when they burned our houses to move us west, threw everything we owned into the fire, we could not go. When neighbors' lives soured and they took refuge in the woods, we could not go. Whether we were many or few, we'd become other than what we were before. We were ourselves and would not cower. One of the leaders and the man who became known as the chief of the Acadians in that original migration to Loreauville in 1765 with 193 other people was Joseph Broussard, who became known as Beausoleil, who was known at the time as Beausoleil. And this is a sonnet called Beausoleil Faces the Final Solution. He can't recall if he himself had ever trained his mind to think that way, or if Le Loutre or some Micmac friend might have helped. Everything he counted on that ebbed and flowed, hunger, clouds, the sea, the sway and shift of love, those slow times before sleep and upon awakening, were all gone to some place he could not even visit now. Now, there were no shades or slides or slow unravelings. When the sun reached him in his room that morning, it was just the sun reaching him. The bow creaking in the bay was just a bow on a boat creaking in the bay. Pleached branches on the hedgerows were just pleached branches, not unlike tangled vows he might have plaited so many years before. Whatever had finally beached him like this had left him no tracery he could travel on, no room to play with one option or another. He had come to the end of whatever string had been dealt. When offered what he could not take, he had to say he could not take it. No lightning, no storm, no upheaval, no meaning. Thank you.